Once, the city of London was built from houses of wood and thatch. And they were built so close together that there were just little alleyways running between them, wide enough for one or two people to walk between. Not wide enough for carts or trucks or anything like that. And in the middle of London, in those days, there was a bakery. And in that bakery, there lived a boy called Jack. Now Jack, he got up before dawn every morning, and he'd go downstairs and he'd chop up the wood, and then he'd load up the oven and light it, and then he'd knead the dough and wait for the dough to rise, and then he'd bake it in the oven and put it in his basket and take it around the shops to his customers to sell. That's what Jack did every morning. But one morning he woke up early, went downstairs to the smell of burning. He thought, what's that? He goes into the bakery and it's on fire. He looks at the oven, he sees that the door is open. Some hot coal must have jumped out in the night and set fire to things. He calls, Mum, Dad, come down, we're on fire. All the family comes down and they run down to the river with buckets and fill the buckets and come back and throw the buckets of water on the flames. And the water hisses and fizzes in the flames, but it's not enough to put them out. And soon the fire is spreading from house to house and from place to place. And all the neighbours come out and they go down to the river and they fill up the buckets and they rush back and they throw the buckets on the fire. But the fire is too fast and too fierce and they can't stop it. The mayor comes and he brings masons and they start to knock down houses in a circle around the flames with ropes and axes. They're chopping and pushing and trying to make a fire break, but the fire is too fast and too fierce and they can't stop it. It goes past before the fire break is built. So finally they take gunpowder and they lay a huge circle of gunpowder all the way around the fire and blow up a circle of houses. In this way there's no more wood and thatch to feed the fire and it stops. But by that time almost all of the city of London was burnt to the ground. And they came back and they rebuilt it, but this time they rebuilt it with wide roads between the houses. So if ever there was to be a fire again, fire trucks could come through and put out the fire before it got out of control. And as for Jack, he went back to his new house, and it was like before. He got up every morning and he'd chop the wood, and he'd fill up the oven and light it, and then he'd knead the dough and let it rise and bake it in the oven and then take it in a basket and sell it to his customers. He did that. But this time, every night before he went to bed, he checked the oven door and made absolutely sure that it was closed.